So as you know, guys, at the moment I'm educating ladies and I'm kind of becoming a dating female coach in line of being a men's coach with Striker. And we realized that there is like such a big gap between what ladies think, what the guys are thinking, what is actually happening. So this video, I want to a little bit talk about sexual I will explain you why I say because like we cannot, I can't find the right word that I want to use about that. So maybe by the end of this video you will understand more what exactly I mean, and you will give explanation to that, because I want to call it like sexual temperament, and strikers say that it is more like a sexual intent. But I think it's more like, for me it's more temperament, because this is how I envision that. So basically what we see with the ladies when they speak about their meetings with the Western guys, what the guys are saying is that the sexual dynamic is sometimes very different. Expectations that ladies and the guys have on both parties, like it's also very, very different. And I think that this is coming up because of the difference in tradition, different in culture, different in behaving, different in raising, different in knowledge even about like sexual dynamic between men and women. And of course, we all adult people, and we understand two people meet, they kiss, then they sleep together, then they get married, then they have kids, or something like that. So we kind of get it, right? But then people most of the time struggle at the very first stage. Okay, how to understand that she likes me? Or the lady is asking the same. Guys, trust me, they worry even more than you. Okay, how do I know if the guy is likes me? What if he not messaging me first? Because it's a huge thing in Ukraine that the guy should message first. Even though I try to explain to them, ladies, at the moment there's no really strict rules about that. Be a little bit more flexible, be a little bit more easy about that. But no, there's a rule that the guy needs to message first, and they will wait for that. So according to sexual attraction, right, or temperament, it's like we've been discussing that what we see is that most of the ladies, it's like a business. There's some business that is with the easy entrance, and then some businesses that is like with a more difficult entrance, right? To start.
Okay.
And so Ukrainian ladies are the business like with a difficult entrance, if you're talking about serious relationship, building the relationship. So, because when somebody said, oh, Ukrainian ladies are very conservative in sex, Striker said, no, they're not, right?
Some of them aren't.
But at the beginning you always think that they're so modest and they not want to kiss on the first date or anything like that. So I want to explain you this situation from a girl's point of view, right? Because it's not just my opinion at the moment, it's like opinion of many ladies. So I will start with a story that happened with us like a couple of years ago when we were in Ukraine. There were a guy, and there was the first date, and the date went very, very nice, and everything was great. And the lady told, I want to sing for him. I'm a singer, so let's go to karaoke. Okay, karaoke? Karaoke. So we went to this karaoke. There's usually in Ukraine, it's a lot of people and big line. You need to wait until will be your next turn to sing. And so I sat in front of them, and on the date they were sitting in front of each other, and during this karaoke time they were sitting next to each other. And I saw that this man put his hand on her knee, like this. I don't know if you can see, and pretend that it is her knee, and he put the hand. I saw that and I'm like, interesting. Because for me, that was she didn't take the hand back. And for me, it was ding, ding, she likes him. And I was very happy. When we, the date were finished, she was singing, and I saw that his face changed a little bit, and he was a little bit upset. So when I spoke with him, afterwards, he was really upset, and he said, Luba, I'm a loser. Really, I need to go home. It's not good for me. And I said, sorry, what are you talking about? What is this story? Why are you saying that you... Because I liked her so much, and I put the hand on her knee, and she didn't reciprocate, she didn't put the hand on my hand. And I'm like, wait a second, but she didn't put your hand away either. So he didn't even think about that, because probably on the Western culture, it's more if the person like each other, they immediately, the lady is a little bit more forward. For me, as a matchmaker, as a girl, as a woman, I just realized that, she accepts him, she allow him to do that, because if she will not feel comfortable about that, she will 100% take his hand off. To put hand above, that is a little bit too much for Ukrainian lady, especially on the first date. But at the same time, when they were finishing the date, he tapped her back. So we've done this video in Ukraine, remember, a long time ago.
Yeah.
So
No tapping.
Tapping. So Western guys, when they, with their ladies, when they starting or finishing the date, when they hug each other, they do like tap tap on the back, like this. And they think it's fine. When for Ukrainian lady, it means, hey buddy, buddy.
You've been friend zoned.
She's
been friend zoned.
Yeah. So imagine my surprise after that date when I know that she likes him, I know that he likes her, but he is complaining that she didn't reciprocate his hand on her knee, and she's saying that he doesn't like her because he tapped her on the back. That was really very difficult to overcome because that is literally a different cultural things, right?
Okay.
So the reason that I'm talking about this, the reason that I'm trying to explain it in that little details of this example is that sometimes people really want to find out how, like, am I attractive to her? Is she interested? Only by physical actions, right? But some ladies are not that open at the very beginning. They will not hold your hand, they will not touch you, they will not sit next to you, they will be a little bit in their zone. And there's a lot of other signs how can you attract a woman without actually touching her, right? Of course, from my side at the moment, I'm teaching ladies a lot that, ladies, it's fine if you help the guy as well, like if you touch him or if you make like a little like flirting look at him, at least give him some sign. But a striker like to say, and I was disagreeing with him for many, many years, that ladies are clueless. I have to admit it, they are.
Okay, that's all for today.
Yeah, so they are, and more I work with them that close, more I see that, and that is ridiculous. They don't understand that like by giving a man sign, they actually like letting him do something or letting him be more forward, because especially Western guys, they're very reserved in what they're gonna do if the lady is not interested because of the Western culture, right? Like if you doing something against somebody's will, then it's a problem. So like we want to discuss here what would be the, like, how can you create this like interaction and attraction without and understand that she likes you without actually like touching her, kissing her on the first date, and etc.
I think the first part is, before that, is that understanding what Luba has just said. That there is a difference in culture. One thing that men can be is, we talk about women have baggage from past relationships. Men can also bring through baggage as well, and that baggage could be in the form of insecurity, right? That they don't feel comfortable in themselves, and they might be sitting there going, I should do it, I should put my hand on her leg, you can do this, come on, we can do this. And then he does it, and she does nothing. And he's like, see, I knew you shouldn't have done it, you're an idiot, don't do that again. And so all of a sudden he's withdrawn. He doesn't want to do it again because his brain has told him that that's a really bad decision to do that, and now you feel stupid. And now you've embarrassed yourself. Now you need to go home and you're going to be alone for the rest of your life. So your mind is telling you that because it doesn't want you to make a fool of yourself again. But if you knew that her not taking the hand away is exactly the same in her mind as putting the hand on the top. So that's the first part. You know, it's that to understand there's a cultural difference there. Right? And to not overreact, because once you overreact on it and you become upset, that's it, go home. Because like, it's finished.
For me, you know, where are these knights, where are these guys who are like, they're achieving, they're going forward to rescue the lady or like to win her heart? Because for me nowadays, I see a little bit that, I don't know, maybe it's because of the Western culture. Like I see that if the guy gets rejected, like a very little rejection, that is not actually rejection, like for example with his hand, he's pulling off. That's it. I'm no more.
Yeah, it is.
And I understand that we've done this video. Being rejected is the most unpleasant feeling, right? It's very discouraging, and you think, again, this happened to me. And so we understand, but this is part of the process. It's the same when you go to the job interview. It's not that like, you know, every job interview will be successful. And you know, this is for best, because if you will get the first job, you will never get to the job that you're at the moment, for example, now where you get twice more salary. So the same with the ladies. If you not get rejected, if you don't go through this experience, then you will not end up in a good relationship. So maybe it's like sound a little bit like abracadabra, but what I'm trying to say is that believe that everything works best for you. And even if the lady at the end of the day will reject you, it's only because like it's part of the process for you, where you need to understand, okay, I need to get better at this, or I need to pay attention at this, or I need to ask Luba and Striker, what can I do better, right? Like literally what you can do better. And so this situation with the hand on a leg like happened several times afterwards, especially when I was not around nowadays, when the guys are coming to the trips. And for some reason, like even the most confident guy, the most successful guy in business, the most like the guy who is like running businesses, having houses, the cars, everything, like he's a hunter and everything, in dating he become like a very naive and like very young insecure, yeah. And so the thing is that you need to a little bit step away and think, okay, this happened. Why this happened? This also happening a lot with the first kiss. And when the lady rejects the first kiss, then that's it. Like for the guy, it's like, I don't know what to compare it with, but like that's it. The door is closed. I need to go. I need to disappear right now. And what is also happening is not just that, but the guys really become very upset and sometimes even very aggressive and very, very negative about that. And so even if there is like a couple of days left of the trip, like they just screwing it up. They just like doing everything to sabotage that relationship. So about the first kiss, it's one of the most common question that we got from the guys, right? Like when they say like how to do it, what to do it. And Striker have a perfect explanation to that, like how do ladies really want it to be? Can you explain, like can you share that, your thoughts about meet cute?
Yeah, it's not. So they've already got it in their mind of how it should be or how it could go, right? And they want that to play out, right? So you have to think about that. So if you've just eaten, hot dogs or food or something walking around,
onion soup in France,
something like that, and then you try to kiss her for the first time, she's going to be thinking, oh, my breath is not going to be very good, or his breath is not going to be good because we've just eaten this garlic food or whatever, and it's in a horrible place, you're standing by some trash bins or something like that. So that's not how in her mind she has pictured it to be. Us men, we don't really, apart from the actual kiss, we don't even envision anything in our mind what's around it.
Other people, or like this circumstance, or like maybe, she or the guy a little bit sick, during the trip, maybe they have a running nose. And so the guys, they work on different instincts. They want, they do. Ladies need to analyze. They need to think, okay, if I do it, what he gonna think, like what he gonna do, like this, and this. So that is the problem. That is the problem that one of you need to understand. I, from my side, try to explain it to the ladies, but I think that the guys are a little bit more vulnerable at this case.
Yeah.
Because it's very rare when the lady will start like, oh, let me kiss you, baby. Like it's unlikely. It can happen. And one of the guys.
Usually, when that happens, there's alcohol involved.
Yeah. So that.
I've heard.
Yeah. So like that is unlikely. So that's why the guys are a little bit more vulnerable. That because he is unconfident, he's a little bit insecure. He needs to do the first step, and he may get rejected. So he's like kind of like almost in a losing situation, no matter what. And
can I just say something
sure.
here? When it comes to initiating something, whether it's the hand on the knee or whether it's a kiss or even just holding hands, quite often it's done from the man's point of view, and I just want to if you put yourself in that position, it's done for confirmation that she likes you. Because maybe you're unsure, because you can't pick up the other signs. There's more non-physical signs, right? Maybe the way that she's looking at you, or the way that she laughs at your jokes, she's playing with her hair, whatever. But you don't pick those up because you're not looking for them. So it's all about the physical touch. And so you're doing it maybe too soon in order to get confirmation so that you can continue to, be interested in this woman and pursue this woman. And if you don't get that confirmation back, then you're not going to do it. So you're basically asking her, do you actually like me or not? Should I continue to do this, or are you wasting my time? And that's kind of how it happens sometimes. The guy's like, I don't know, I'm just going to try. And if it doesn't work, well, then it doesn't work. But she might be interested, but you've just gone too soon. And now you think she's not, and then the whole thing, it's finished.
Exactly, that is what's happening. So the guy, like for example, he wants to do that, she not reciprocate, and that's it. Like for the guy is done. So why don't you try again? Why don't you? Yes, there is a 50% chance that the second time will be the same. But if you're having a good time, if you're discussing interesting topics, if she's laughing with you, if she's grateful for what you're doing, if you're going to interesting places, if you're doing different things, like there would be other confirmation for you that yes, that is the time. Like you need to analyze, okay, did I eat onion soup before? Like why could possibly she was not willing to kiss me? And you should try again. As I said, 50% chance she may rejected. But if you look at other signs, and if you're not discussing, like this is very important as well. Some of the guys, they worry that, you know, they're not attracted, or the lady is not attracted to them. And the reason is really simple, because the topics that you're discussing are boring, or they're very friend-zoney. So it's the topics that you're discussing. It's about politics, about COVID, about you know, family problems, about like brothers and sisters, favorite color. So it's lame. It's like something that you will ask person that you have no romantic interest whatsoever. Like, to build this attraction, you should discuss future plans together. You should discuss future travels together. You should discuss goals and values and dreams and achievements that you want to get. You should discuss something about relationship, what kind of relationship, like how she envisions that. Or you should discuss, like, I don't know, the Christmas that she would like to celebrate, or colors of the toys on the Christmas tree that should be. Something that is in her mind when she answering this question. She has to envision someone, right? And because she is with you, she will think of this Christmas between you and her and your family. Or if you're discussing the future travel, because you are sitting together, she will envision herself at that beach, or at that mountain, or at that museum with you.
Yeah, you need to make the conversation like a we conversation.
We conversation, because, and then if she kind of sitting there like, and it's all I, then, you know, probably you should not even try second time. But if she is like involved in that, and she really get feeling more close with you, that is when you should do it again at that moment. And also, according to the first kiss, ladies are very romantic in their mind. You know, maybe they're not very romantic in life, you know, but they always want to discuss, you know, we've been kissing at this mountain or this castle, and like it was so romantic, and the view and the music and like the jacket and the candle. Bullshit. Yes, I know, but it's what they want. And so I guess that for the guy, it's also kind of cute to remember about that. Like when you, in 5 years time, you will discuss that, oh, you remember how we kissed for the first time? That is nice. So you need to think about that. They want, they basically want everything to happen the way that they can share with their best friend later and say, you know what, my man done this. Or
yeah, and there's already instructions out there of how to do it. Maybe not to a T, and maybe not specifically for you, but every movie that they, you know, that's a rom-com that has Jennifer Aniston in it, or Ben Stiller, or one of those other Bens, they already understand what women want, right? Because they make a movie and it sells millions of dollars worth of, you know, tickets or whatever. Because women go to watch those movies because they picture themselves in that situation. For them, it's like their fantasy. So we already know that. So we just need to reenact those situations. You know, it's not very often you'll see those movies and the guy's kissing her while she's leaning up against a big trash bin, right? Well, unless it's like a comedy or whatever, then maybe there's some part in there, but the romantic part. I was going to say something, but I forgot.
So we conversation, that is the point. That is the point, that you building that in your mind, because the ladies, you know, they need to see, like the man can plan something without envisioning that. He plans because he needs to go and hunt for that elephant, I don't know, for this and this. Lady needs to envision, okay, what's she gonna dress when she go hunting for this elephant? What kind of heels she will wear? Like, what will be the weather? What she need to plan? What she need to get? Like, female and male creatures are very different. No matter how, like, we have 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 eyes, lips, everything, but we are different. Our brain is like, they're kind of made from a different material, you know, and so we think differently. And when you start to understand women better, you will be less hurt. That is, and then you will be happy. But less hurt is also very important, because what I see from the guys, I will repeat it again, if they get little rejection, that is maybe not even a rejection, it's maybe sometimes even a shit test, and I know it's unpleasant either, but it is a shit test. The guy is just, that's it. I'm done.
Yeah, if you have the first interaction, or the first date or whatever, and unless you've really had a strong connection beforehand, you know, communicating beforehand, and then you meet, and then you both already know. Like, we've had clients like this where it's just like, they know it's that, and that's what it is. But if you're not unsure and you're going there, and there isn't that strong feeling between the two of you, and you want to kiss her to find out if she likes you, do not do it. Okay, because what's going to happen is afterwards it's going to be awkward. You may not get a second date, and then it's finished. But if you don't do it, then you can, at least the next date that you're going to have with her, the next day or the day after that, then you can start to work on it to grow closer. It's all about taking it just slowly if you don't have that hot desire at the start, right? Because That's not super common, but it does happen. But it's not really super common, is it? The woman wants to meet the man, feel the man, smell the man, touch the man, and then to see where it's going to go. But here's the thing, if you do, the kiss is a really hard one, because if you go to kiss her and she pulls away, it's way more awkward than if you put your hand on her leg and she doesn't take it away, right? So,
yeah, of course.
So it's very difficult to, like, how do you address it? You say, hey, look, sorry I went to kiss you yesterday. I thought that was a good idea. She's going to go, why are you even talking about it? Like,
yeah, it's like,
so,
you should pretend that this never happened.
So if you do something, or you put your hand on her leg or whatever, and she doesn't leave and go far away, even with a kiss. I mean, I've even had an experience with a girl one time when I was in Ukraine, and we were at the club and we were like kind of dancing, and I thought, oh, she wants to kiss. So I went to kiss her and she went like, pulled away. I thought, okay, oh yeah, it didn't go well. And then she was still dancing and she was in again, and I went to do it again, and she pulled away again, and then she was still there dancing. But then the third time she came in close. I was thinking, man, I'm going to throw this woman out the window in a minute. I swear to God, she's really starting to. And then we kissed, and then everything was good. But she was just like, I don't know, it was just like she was just playing this little dance. Or maybe if she did it straight away, she was like a slap.
Like other video, prostitute immediately.
Yeah, or something. So I mean, if she didn't leave. Like if I tried to do that and she walked away and said, "What's he doing?" Then of course I'm not going to go and follow her. But you're not going to know unless you try. But it's a fine line, but the right time to do it. There was the right time. If you're by a rubbish bin, I don't know why these guys are taking them on dates next to rubbish bins. Has that ever happened?
Yeah,
then don't do it.
There's two things that, and I hope that you're watching till this moment, because there's two things. One is that I hear from the guys like, oh, the girls just want a free trip, right? And the guys are thinking that if the lady went to him, it's not necessarily that she's interested, she just went with him on a free trip. It's not true, guys. 100%. If you're not taking her to Dubai to the 17-star hotel, then it's not true. Because for the lady to go with a stranger, to go on a trip, no matter what it is, like you're staying in Vienna, you're traveling like multiple cities or whatever you do, honestly, we can do it. Especially now. I went with the girls to Milan, right? And everybody think, oh, she's like, on our Telegram, you can see like it's our free community, join. The link is under the description. So I share that some adventures, with the girls, share a little bit more about the culture and etc. So I went to Milano, and I paid for, we stayed, it was 8 girls, and I paid for one apartment. I paid from the PayPal, and it was our PayPal. So it was something like 400 euros. And so when I get back, so we stayed like 4 nights, and I paid for only one night last night. So the girls gave me back 220 euros. So, and that was my whole, so 200 euros because we shared, but we had a great time. We've been in Milan. It doesn't matter, like we've been 8 girls in a huge apartment. That's great. What I'm trying to say is that it's not that expensive to travel. Especially if you live in Europe.
It's not that special to travel to somewhere in Europe, is what you're saying.
Yes, it's like.
Or expensive.
Or expensive or special. Yes, of course. As I said, like if you're taking her to Dubai to like extremely luxurious hotel, then you may think, oh, like is she really interested? But I hope that you're taking the lady that is interesting. But according to Europe, like the ladies can go with the friends, with the girlfriends, and feel much more secure than going with some guy. So if the girl is going with you on a trip, you need to put like a huge tick box and say, yes, she likes me. She likes me, and I need to do everything that, to be a leader of this relationship, to put her in my frame, to have a good time, to have a plan, and etc., etc. And number 2 is that I did a survey. I'm planning to do another video about that, but I will quickly say, when I asked the ladies, how many dates do you need to understand if you're serious about that man? I will not answer in this video. I wanted to put in the comments.
That's some clickbait.
No, I wanted to put in the comments what you think the answer was, and you can also put your amount of dates that you think that, how many dates you need to understand that you're serious about this person. And I really, really hope that it is not 1 or 2, because if you're saying that, then I will a little bit worry about.
I don't understand. Is it before you have sex?
No, it's like when you understand that, yes, I like this man.
Okay, and so for a man it's different.
I don't know, I don't know what's for the man. I understand that the guy is either attracted or not attracted, right?
Well, this is the difference. So when a man sees a woman, he knows straight away, he's like, yeah, I would have sex with her.
Sex, but not a relationship or not relationship.
Yeah, but then over time, he may find out some things about it, and she still looks the same, and he thinks, I don't want anything to do with this woman. So it's like high at the start, and then it could go down. So he starts off thinking, yep, and the more he talks to her, it can easily go, yeah, I don't like this woman. Whereas women kind of start with the other way, and then they go the other way, right?
Yes, exactly. So for the ladies, should I say here, like without this, like put in the comments and etc.
Okay.
I can say, I mean, most of the time, somebody put like 10, somebody put 15, but the most common answer was 3 dates. The lady need 3 dates to understand that, yes, I feel good with this man because it would be different environment, different this. And so 3 dates when they understand that she really likes you, she wants to be with you, she wants to build. But it's not 1 and it's not even 2. So you can make your own assumptions about that. But I agree with that. I mean, it obviously you don't know if you're going to marry this person after 3 dates, but at least you understand that, yes, I've seen him in a different situation. And it's not just 1 date when you've been at the restaurant, because most of the girls, you know, we get attracted pretty fast. And even though you guys think that it's not, the lady also, like if the guy, like sometimes we get light, you know, if the guy is a little bit nicer to you, if he got you flowers or he helped you with a chair, the lady think, oh, he's so nice, he's like my dream man. And then he'd done something or he tells something during the date when it's like it's shocking, and or he like really like talks shit to the waiter, or he's like abused. I'm not talking about our clients, I'm talking in general. So the ladies get attracted. Like to attract the lady, it's really super simple, but to keep this attraction, that is more difficult. Same with the guys, I guess, but that is something that we want to discuss. So the topic of the video, like that I wanted to say about sexual temperament, is like showing that the ladies are a little bit more close at the beginning until they really feel comfortable, feel this attraction and want to move forward. Should not scare you, should not fear you, should not upset you and make you feel, okay, I'm done, that's it. You need to be more like, I want this woman, I will get it.
It's if you're not using a matchmaker or you just want to do it yourself, it's actually a fundamental that you need to understand. Otherwise, you're not going to go very far if you're dating a woman from Ukraine. See ya.
See you.